Hey guys, I'm going to haft a tomahawk or small hatchet, and what I did is I dug this all out and such and put that, and here's the head that I made. It actually turned out really well. You can see the nice edge on it. It turned out really well. The only problem is, see, it looks great. It turned out really well. But move my thumb and look. That one piece hinged right there. But it is what it is, and it will still work. So if you look at this, I'll shove this in here. You can see it's going to fit pretty good. And what this was, this had a branch that came down like this. So I had cut that off here. So this is a big knot right here. So it's really, this is going to be really tough. I'm going to have to wrap up top. And I'm going to put a couple knocking points or hafting points here, notches, to tie into that. But and that's open right there. I thought it would go through, but it didn't go all the way through. I was figuring I was going to make it bigger, but I didn't bother. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to glue this in with spruce pitch. This way here I can drip this down in here and fill this right in, and that's going to glue this in from this side, plus I'll glue it in from the other side and shove it in. That will give this a nice solid, and then I'll wrap it. So that's what I'm going to do, guys, and we'll see how it turns out. So I'll see you in a bit. I'm going to get this all ready for putting the glue into it. So see you in a couple. Okay guys, this hand sanitizer. That's what I'm going to use to heat up my glue. Right now, I've got to heat my glue up, plus heat this up in here. I'm going to start filling this up. This part here I'm not too worried about right now, because I can fill this up later after I put the blade in. Then I'll know how much I have to put in actually. So I'm going to see what I can do with this first. There we go. That's getting some nice glue in there. This is spruce pitch that I made up with charcoal, deer dung, and spruce pitch. It's going to take quite a bit. Well, if you see guys, get quite a bit in there. So I'm going to try to heat that up, heat this rock up, and see what we can do with this. I'll just kind of keep this up here like this. I don't want it getting too hot, dripping all over the place. I heat the rock up, and that's going to kind of set into place anyhow. Now we'll shove this in here and we'll take a look-see. wet your finger, and I'll heat that up a little bit. I should be able to mold that right around there. That one spot right there, I'd like to get that off of there and put it in the other spot. That's warm, I'll tell you. Okay. Now, I'm going to put some more in. If you can see, it's getting there, but I got to put more around it. Just to touch it up some in places. I'm going to put it out here, then I'm going to push it in with my hand, so not getting it all over the blade right now. I'm going to heat that up. Get your finger nice and wet, otherwise it will burn you. You know, that's, as you see, hot tar basically. So heat that up again, so you make that all, blend that right in. And then I can chip this off or whatever afterwards and stuff, but the side there is pretty good. Let's get this side here. We want to put it out here and then push it in. I don't want to get it all over my blade right now, right? There we go, that's perfect. Now just heat that up. See a great big gob I got on there? Now heat that up. I got my finger. Okay, see that? Start pushing that down and around. Okay, then you just clean this all up afterwards, right? To get it all on there. Get in there nice and good. There you go, guys. That looks pretty good to me. And do one more spot right there. I want that in there a little bit better, because that's the way I am. Okay, you can see that. Looks pretty good. Now, I'm going to fill that in. That's pushed right in there really hardcore too. So it's wedged in there with the see, I got that filled in now. I'm gonna heat this up. But that's pushed right into the you know, up against the wood inside there. She's wedged straight in there, and that's what you want, right? See, I just shoved that in there. I'll get some more. See, this hand sanitizer works great. You know, for stuff like this, wetting my finger, now I can mold this. Yeah, I can leave that right like that. And just, you know, trim this up around here and such. But that ain't moving. I'm going to fill that in more actually. See what I can do here. It's all kind of just trying to beautify it, I guess. Make it somewhat a nice little hole here, I guess. And I can, you know, like I said, make that into a, just trim that around there and such. But now I can take a couple flakes out of here and out of here, so I can tie some cord in here. I'm just going to use artificial sinew on this one, and wrap up here, wrap down around, back and forth and such. But that's not moving. So when I get my notches done, artificial sinew, I'll show you what I'm going to do. So be back in a couple. Okay guys, I'm back. And I didn't get those notches in as good as I wanted to, but I cleaned that up, and as you can see, you know, they don't look too bad. So I've got that cleaned up. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I got one notch right there. This one here is very faint, you know. But that's what I'm going to have to wrap with, wrap into. This is the artificial sinew I got. This is strong stuff. And normally I'll put a loop and then pull in underneath. This time I'm not going to. I want this strong. So I'm going to start down here, and I'm just going to put a normal knot with a tag. I'm going to keep that tag because that's what I'm going to tie off with. So I'm just going to make a normal knot here. I don't even know what you call this thing. Square knot or what the heck, I don't know. Anyway, it's a knot. I use things at work and I'm not up on my knots, so sorry. Anyway, there we go. Now, I'm just going to start wrapping this up through. Pulling this tight. And when I get to here, I'm going to go up here, across. I'm going to go around this way, back around. Then I'll go down this way, up over, around here again, and then back here. I'll do this a couple times. Gonna go back in, up around here again, go around, and then I'll go, actually I'll go over this way a couple times. There, now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to wrap this straight around. I don't want this splitting on me when I'm hitting something. Now I'm going to come over here, go around this, come down, and back here again. And then I'm going to just wrap this down, tie it off. Hopefully I'm staying in frame here, guys. If I'm not, I apologize. Now I'm just going to cut that off, and then I'll tie it. This here has like a waxy coating, so it basically sticks right to whatever it's wrapping to and such. But let's tie this off, a couple knots like that. Wrap it around. I'll do it again. There we go. Now just cut those ends off. Well, this isn't gonna hold this in very much, you know, but it's pushing inward. It's all up against here, so that don't need to hold this in. What you're trying to do here is tape this, or I mean wrap this and wrap this. That will allow, you know, this will prevent this from splitting when you hit something, because this here will hold it all together and this will hold it together. That's what your whole point is when you do this. So guys, that's what she looks like so far. When I get it all finished and such, you know, I'll sand it up and so on. And I got this wood, it's curvy and such, but I wanted it that way. It adds character. But when I get it all finished, I'll just chop a couple things or whatever, chop down a small branch or something. I'm not going to use it a whole lot because, to be honest guys, if you look at this thing, this has got a sharp blade. And, you know, you could, you know, hack away at a tree with it, but I could use this for, you know, dressing a deer, you know, a big animal. This here can break bones, and you can use that as a scraper. That is a knife. You know, you could even use that as a knife, and plus you can hack away the hard parts and stuff like that there. This here you could use as a skinning axe. You know, it's a small axe and such. And you know, you cut small trees and stuff, but you could use that as a skinning axe. And just wanted to let you guys know that. Anyway, there she is. And well, the next video I'll show you what she looks all totally done. This is hafting a flint hatchet blade. Have a good one guys, and till the next one, take care. Bye for now.